Welcome, Fume heads, to my response video to Brad's top 10 pet peeves of the fragrance community. So much fun, I just couldn't resist. I've been having a good time watching other people's response videos like the Batman 777 and John Stagg, both awesome videos. I will have all the links down below. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. But first off, I would like to introduce the first ever Fume head t-shirts. Yeah, buddy. And I gotta send a big thank you to Tom Thays. He was the creator of the logos for me, and I absolutely love them, Tom. Cannot thank you enough. So I thought I would start things off here, because I'm not going to go have a bunch of shirts made that are extra large, and everybody wants a medium. So if you're interested, send me a message with which shirt you're interested in and give me a size. I'm going to get a list together, and then I will have shirts made. Now, I'm not going to collect money until the shirts are all done and ready to ship out. They'll be $20 a shirt, and that's including shipping. Unless you're international, then it would be $5 for Canada and $10 everywhere else around the world. So very pumped about these shirts, Tom. Absolutely love it. Now, let's get on to the goods. Top 10 pet peeves by Brad. Well, at number 10, he has got Aventis Killers. For me, this is part of the fun of the fragrance world. I say, bring on the next clone, man. You know, usually there's excitement behind it. Lots of people are talking about it. People are conversing. There's unity. Usually it's affordable. Everybody can jump in on it and find out what it's all about. Just a lot of people having fun, and I really dig that. You know, I love it when people are searching for inexpensive finds that resemble something that's very expensive. That's totally awesome. And usually, you know, the price range is going to be 20 to 50 bucks, and that's awesome. Even if you find something that doesn't perfectly match its expensive counterpart, usually you found something that's got some quality to it, and sometimes better quality than what you're going to pay $70, $80 for in the designer range. So I say keep hunting those cheap finds down. They're not all going to pan out. They're not all going to be rock stars, but hey, that's what we do. We keep hunting and we keep searching for the rock stars, man. So I say keep doing it. Number 9, discontinued fragrance hype. Now, this is another part of the fragrance hobby that is total fun for me. Keep talking about the discontinued fragrance gems. I just love it when people start talking about something and it's blowing their socks off, then you find out it's discontinued. Well, that just builds the fire inside of me even more, and I'm on the hunt. I'm working to find that, you know? I spent months trying to do that with some, like Arabian Nights. Track that sucker down. Note Vanille by MyMickers. I've had people, you know, working for me all over the world trying to find fragrances, and sometimes it takes a while, but man, a little work pays off. So I love that. Number 8, disrespect or people that ignore designer fragrances. For me, my channel's not about that. I'll disrespect anything, man. Whether it's niche, whether it's designer, whatever, man. If it sucks, it sucks, I'm going to say. So, I don't know, but I try and keep my channel fair. You know, I like to experience everything. I like to go into the designers. I like to go into indie. I like to go into niche. It's kind of whatever, wherever my path, wherever my journey takes me, whatever I'm getting excited about at the moment, that's what I shoot videos about. Sometimes I'll get excited about an indie house, you know, or sometimes I like to spend some time in the designers. Sometimes I'll get a subscriber that requests me to do a review on a fragrance that I've been wearing it for a couple years and I've never shot a vid on it. And that's happened lately, and I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, let's shoot a video on that. So, you know, nothing's planned. I just kind of stumble along this and find my way. Wherever the journey takes me, that's where I go, whether it be designer or whatever. But everything's fair game, man. You know, if you suck, I'm going to say you suck, and I'm going to disrespect your ass big time. So, number 7, positive reviews for polarizing fragrances. What Brad means by this, are fragrances that generally would not be well liked by the mass market. But in the fragrance community, they get big hype behind them, and everyone's loving them, and everyone's talking about them, and some people order them and get their nose on them and go, what the hell are you talking about? Why is everybody loving this stuff? You know, I guess when you start getting into the hobby and you start becoming a fume head, you start looking for challenging things. You start looking for things that excite you, new things. And that's just going to happen, you know. When I do videos, when I do reviews, I try my best to keep both sides in mind. People that are just looking for something pleasing to wear for, you know, general hygiene, or a fume head, someone who's really into the hobby, really into fragrances. I try and keep level-headed and keep both sides in mind. But sometimes, man, you know, the best advice is to just sample. Because if you're getting into the fragrance game and you're hearing all this hype about certain fragrances, you know, like let's say you're a new guy and you're coming along and all of a sudden you see a bunch of reviews on leather oud. And you're like, I'm going to blind buy that sucker, man. Everybody says awesome. And you get leather oud at your door, you've been warned. That stuff is going to shock the socks right off you, man, I bet. So sometimes you just got to take your time and go slow. Baby steps. Number 6, reformulation woes. I can understand this one with some people, though. Because if there is a fragrance that you absolutely love and it's been reformulated and it does not meet up to the standards that you once loved, that really sucks big time. You know, if you take one of my loves, like you took Vetiver Tonka, and let's say it had been reformulated and it just was not the same, that would suck, man, because I love that fragrance. So I can understand people's pain in that one. But, you know, sometimes you just got to move on. If it ain't the same, it ain't the same. Well, go on the hunt for the vintage then. That's part of the fun as well. You know, but if you absolutely cannot find anything and it's just been reformulated and it sucks now, well, I guess it's time to say goodbye and move on. Plenty of other fish out in the sea. Number 5, batch variations. Creed. Man, you know what? I don't know. I'm not an expert on Creed batch variations by any means. There's too many damn lot numbers out there, too many fragrances. I don't know. I'm not a Creed expert. So, but I can see people's point in this, though. Let's say you're a wine collector and you're into that kind of stuff, and I know that there can be different variations from year to year, and certain people want a certain year of wine. That's what I kind of dig about the Creeds, man. It's kind of like that. So people are after a certain lot, they're after a certain batch, and they know, they've heard that it's good. You know, that's cool. Hunt that down. But other than that, I don't really get into that myself. I just take what I get. You get what you get when you order it, you know, unless you talk with someone at Creed or something before you order it and find out what lot number you're going to get. But usually that's going to be fresh juice. Who knows? So if you know of a batch that's awesome, usually you're going to have to hunt that down through the network somehow, Base Notes or Facebook or somewhere, I would think anyways. But batch variations, I really don't get into that too much. Number 4, long videos. And this one's probably going to be a long video, which I'm not really a fan of myself. Me, a perfect video would be 3 to 5 minutes long. It's hard for me to do that because I like to express my thoughts. And then I like to bring my wife in to tell you her thoughts. And it's very hard to fit that in under 5 minutes. People are busy. People have lives. People have kids. People work. And to me, it's a lot easier to squeeze in 3 to 5 minutes to hear about a fragrance quick and maybe spark your interest. Now, there are some people like Mark, Robzo 8, or Steven from Redolescence. They really go in depth and thorough with the reviews, so if that's what you're looking for, I would go there. My personal take on it, though, is I just want to give you my personal opinion on it, share some other people's thoughts on it, give you a little bit of insight on it, maybe get your interest piqued, and then go out there and do some of your own digging, because that's kind of the fun for me too. You know, I love it when people get my interest piqued, because that just means I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start searching the threads, and I'm going to do a little bit of my own homework anyways. So, that's it. Now, on to lack of reviewers with mainstream taste. I don't know if this is really a problem or not, because when I'm out there looking, I see lots of reviewers and I see lots of reviews of designers and niche. I see all of it going on. And for me personally, like I said, I like to have fun in all genres of fragrance. There's fun to be had in everything. I just think that, you know, a lot of people end up gravitating towards niche after a while because there's a lot more excitement going on in the niche realm, but there's definitely excitement in designer as well. They each have their place for sure. Number 2, thumbing down and unsubscribing videos. Oh, I'm sure we've all been there. You get the thumbs down going and you're like, what the heck? How could you dislike this video? But you know what? There's a lot of different people in the world. And who in the hell knows why someone would dislike something? I don't know. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'll tell you that. That's just the way it goes when you're playing on the interwebs. Some people are just not going to like you. So, if you cannot handle that, do something else. Okay, number 1, flash in the pan fragrance channels. Well, this is another one, you know. People come, people go. That's just how it rolls. I don't know why people end up leaving. Maybe it's because they start realizing how much effort and time it takes, and it's just not worth it to them because they're not getting out what they wanted to get out of it. You know, if you're coming into the fragrance game and you're expecting in a couple of months to be driving a Ferrari and sitting in a hot tub with a bunch of hot chicks, you ain't gonna get it here. You better look elsewhere. Well, unless you're hanging out with Mickers, of course. Just playing. So, that is my thought on your pet peeves, Brad. My main piece of wisdom that I might give in the fragrance community is just don't let things get to you. Just be cool. Just have fun. You know, in a hobby like ours that not many people get into, just cherish the people that do get into it, man. Learn from them. Have fun with them. They may come, they may go, but just enjoy them while people are here. That's all I can say, you know, and worry about your own backyard. Keep your own backyard clean and send a smile over to your neighbors once in a while. I don't know, whatever. But that's the end of my video. If you're interested in the shirts, send me a message. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the top 10 pet peeves. Let me know if you have any pet peeves yourself. And that's it. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon for the aquatic challenge. Up first, finally, hopefully tomorrow, will be Nautica Voyage, and then Aqua Fahrenheit and Selmarin. God, can we find something that rocks? I don't know, but we're going to try. Anyways, you guys take care, and we'll see you soon.